Whoa. Did you know that Hina? That's all I got. So, last time I played this, there was a new character added, but they weren't usable. They weren't usable yet for online. So, yeah. Hina-chan. That's Chan right there. You see that? That's Chan. Chi. Yeah. Look at me. Look at me go. Alright. So yeah, Rinnosuke came out as a character, but Rinnosuke was not actually ready for online play yet, so we didn't really get to play him. But well, I mean, I wasn't gonna play him, but nobody else got to play him because he wasn't usable. That's all. So I'm all set up, boys and girls. We're gonna play some Hina. Are you ready to play Hina? This is not Bomberman. This is, well, wait. You guys wanna play Bomber Hina? It's a game where you just see who can blow Hina up the fastest. So, there you go. Alright, why don't I play this game again? Alright. Rank a match. There we go. Okay. Toho would be fitting for a Bomberman game. There is a Bomberman Toho game, actually. It's called Bomber Mating, I think it is. I don't know really what it, I mean, I know what it is. It's Bomberman, like classic Bomberman with mailing, but I don't really know why it's mailing. There is Power Bomberman. I want to play Power Bomberman again. I do. That game was actually a lot of fun. It was all the best parts of Bomberman condensed in one easy-to-play multiplayer experience. Bomberman! If only she got stuck. Super Bomberman R was like a Switch released title. It was also full price. Some people said it was fun, but I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it would be $60 worth, you know. I do still have to go back to Bomberman. At some point I will, yeah. I gotta say though, Bomberman Second Attack was rough. I like Bomberman Second Attack. Story-wise, I did not like playing that game. Alright? I did not like playing that, and immediately after that game was another PS1 game that wasn't very good, and I was like, I need a break from... I need a bomber break right now. Am I right, boys? There you go, Hina. I need a bomber break. This theme is familiar. I know it's from one of the photo games, but I don't remember which one. Romantic Escape Flight. Yeah, okay, it's from Impossible Spell Card. Yeah. I definitely recognize it from a photo game. I couldn't tell you which photo game comes from where most of the time, but I can tell when the music is from a photo game. Theme of 5-2. This is the Alright, first of all, it's not the theme for one specific one, but yeah. I'm gonna hear it a lot. Don't remember much of anything Bomberman playthroughs other than Pump. Pump was like a full-grown woman. That was the craziest part. She's a full-grown woman. Keke Anta no Yokoshiro. Keke. But then she like partially takes off her mask at the end of her ending. Dude, that game was like actually kind of cool. But then it was also kind of like boring to play through like 15 times. They made some really weird characters in that game for like one go. Wait. Fu-Foon. So she's laughing. Fu-Foon. Something. Dewa. She's saying Dawa? No, that's like Dewa, like the type of way you end a sentence when you're like a rich girl, right? Right? Ta? No. Ta's without it. Is it da? Dewa. Dawa. Dawa. I don't recognize the kanji. Kanji is hard. Kanji's hard. Wa is a sentence ender. De is the plain. Yeah, cause that's the thing that like the rich girls say, right? They tend to end their sentences with like dewa. So instead of saying des, they say dewa, right? Song is in Branch. Oh, that's where I recognize it from. You're right. This is Sage's theme in Branch. I was like, what? I knew this was from a fucking photo game, and as it played, I was like, I've heard this before somewhere. It is her theme. Kind of weird that this is her boss theme in that game and not just actually her theme, which she has. Not like it's bad, but like, why? Why though? Oh. Hina. Box. Yeah, you see, I knew something like that was gonna happen, but I wasn't really sure how to approach this afterwards. Oh well. Kanji is like everywhere. Kya. Wait, that's chi. Chiato. Chiat. Wait, is she saying cheat? Is she trying to say cheato? Like cheater? Oh, choto. Like, wait a second. Okay, that's what that is. I was like, that's chi, and that's yo, but when you get cho. But then there's the silence, so it's the hold it. So choto. Box. There's the yen. That's a yen sign, so I assume she's saying yen. And then there's katakana. Katakana yo. I don't know what she's saying. Why is there just... It's just you put all three together in a sentence and then you lose me, dude. You lose me. Chotto. Juice. Box ga yen should mean her eyes turned into yen symbols, I think. What? What? What does that even mean? Why would they turn into that? I lost, didn't I? Wait, did I lose that match? I did lose that match. Literal translation is eyes become yen marks. What? That doesn't even make any fucking sense. Cartoon dollar eyes. As in Reimu beat Jun and her eyes had yen symbols in them. I don't know. Oh, that actually counted. I thought there was going to be an invisible wall there, because I feel like there's invisible walls in random places. Why is there just a fucking katakana thrown in there? And then it's just kanji of the wazoo. Oh, it's just kanji at the fucking wazoo. I can't read that. I can't read it. It's too hard to read, dude. It's so hard to read. Oh my god. Haji. Hajimare, Hajima, Haji, Haji, Haji. Oh, I did that, but you see, there's a reason. No, that wasn't kanji. That was te. That was majite. She said majite. Or no. She said sate. Sate, like when you say like sate to. Like, alright, sate. That's what she said. Wow. What a shot. What a fucking trick shot that was, boys. Alright. This stuff is hard. It is hard. And it's like, learning it in the doses that I am is great, but then when I'm exposed to a situation like this where it's like, oh, if like someone who just knows the language should have no problem, but it's extremely overwhelming to see everything in a sentence and like trying to figure out what the fuck it's saying. It's quite overwhelming, but you know, you get used to it. She elongated the ah in sate, but as it's not intended to be a word like sate, written using smaller kana to communicate small quirks in enunciation. Sate. Sate. Oh, my head hurts. Oh, my head hurts, dude. Fuck. That didn't work as planned. Bum. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I made a mistake there. That's okay. You lose. Oh, I just got that character. It's something K. Something K. Oh, like, yeah. Make. Like lose, right? Like when someone, maketa is like I lose, but like make. So the ma at the start is indicating like a stutter, like M-M, but make is the word to lose over there, but then the ma is in there, it's like she's stuttering. And then a kanji, and then o something de. Is that na? De nanto. De is the particle here. That's nanto ga naranai. Nanto ga naranai. Oh, that's money. Okane de nantoka tara nantoka nara nai. Okay. So I think she's saying that like as she lost so she doesn't get the money. Okane de nantoka naranai. Something having money can't fix this. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I could read the kanji, but I don't know what the word itself means. Sorry, not kanji. I could read the characters to an extent. I didn't know what they mean. Hina in the bathtub. There goes my brain. What the hell? Not. Yo, is this a Bomberman remix? Sonic Rush. It almost sounds like the Bomberman theme. This is Jet Set Rush. Same composer, that's why. Yo, funky beats! Chocolate cake. Ice cream. What are we doing here right now? What the fuck? Yeah, Sonic Rush was done by Hideki Naganuma, the Jet Set Radio guy, and like it's very clear. It's very clear. Like when you listen to both of them, you immediately hear it. Guy's music is very strange, but he's one of those people that like when you see kind of how he is, you're like, ah, that's how he can create shit like this, because he himself is quite weird, and sometimes you gotta be a little weird. Yeah, that's all. Bow. He also made, remember, he made Birthday Cake. That's a song. That's a song in Jetstream. Wait, Jetstream? No, that's Sam. Jet Set. Birthday Cake. I don't remember much of Sonic Rush's music, actually. I do remember, goodbye. I do remember, like, the first area theme. It's right there, right on, because it's in Smash. He didn't, it was licensed. Wait, so you mean to tell me they didn't compose that song for the game? They spent actual money to be allowed to use it in the game. Why would they do that? What? Why would they? How much do you think that would cost? How much does that cost, do you think? How much does it cost to license out a song? I guess it would depend on how popular the song is, right? Licensing issues. That's what they mean when they say licensing issues. When games are remade or something, and then it's like licensing issue means they no longer are allowed to use the music in the game, so they have to either renew the license, which they won't, or do something else. Apparently, the MGS2 like main theme got changed, or not really changed, but it just wasn't really used. Or it did get changed, I think, in the HD version. But something happened with the main theme of MGS2 because they got like a cease, not a cease and desist, but like a threat to sue, because I guess it sounded like something else. It sounded like something else, and the people who owned that something else were like, hey, we'll take you to court. And that's always fun. Bang. Is this Flan theme? SSH Mad General. Why did I think it was Flan's theme? Sounds like shoot 'em up. No. Dude, let me tell ya. I'm pretty excited for Fantasy Maiden Wars again. There's a lot of music in that game that's really good, and it'll be great to listen to it again. Cho something no Tashio no Naisho. That's Naisho. That's Cho Naisho Moikai. One more time. That's what she's saying. Yeah. Moikai is one more time. Moikai. That's what that is. Cho is slang for Choto. Yeah, I know. I know what that is. I don't know what the kanji is. Something no nice show. Like nice show, I don't remember what nice show means, but I know Moikai is one more. Ima is now. Yeah, but where's Ima? What do you see? Oh, you mean the kanji is Ima. The kanji. Ima no naisho. Ima no naisho. Naisho. Ima now. Naishi without. So like without now. Without now? What? What does that mean? Naisho. That's not Naishi though, is it? That's not Shi-yo. Not, so that's Naisho, right? Because Shi plus Yo becomes Sho. Doesn't that become Sho? Like Naisho? Isn't she saying Naisho? Yo is a sentence ender particle here. I haven't learned that yet! What? Oh, I haven't learned that. You're telling me Yo is a particle? Oh no! Let's go spoil it for hell. Hell on earth. One interpretation of that just now doesn't count. Well, moikai means like she wants to do it again. Okay. Okay, alright. I'm learning the language of Jupe. Jupe language. I don't know yo at the end of a sentence. I know yo as a small particle to change a sound, and I know yo as a character, hiragana. I don't know it as a particle. Haru desu yo. Okay, that's not what I meant when I said I don't know what yo is as a sentence ender. Okay? That's not what I meant. I meant that I haven't learned it in my Japanese lesson. You're making my head like you're making my head hurt. Alright? You're making my fucking head hurt. Why did I do that when I knew it was gonna happen? Yo! Yo! Wakarimashite! Yo! Yo! Shinaite! Yo! Motherfucker! I'm not doing a very good job here. It's the same as da, but more direct to the listener. And da is desu. I get that reference. Do you? Because I don't. I've definitely heard it somewhere before. I don't remember where though. Chat, I have a question for you. Favorite character theme relative to how much you dislike the character. You got one? Because I think mine's probably Kaneko. I think mine is probably Kaneko. I think Kaneko's theme is very good, but I don't particularly like Kaneko. Like, I think other characters' themes are pretty good, but as far as, like, characters I dislike go... Oh, wow. That's probably Kaneko's theme relative to how much I like her. I don't think I dislike anyone. The Backup Dancers? That's a fair one. Crazy Backup Dancers is a great song, but I fucking hate those two. I hate those two. Tsukasa doesn't have a theme, though. Tsukasa doesn't have a boss theme. Hime's theme from the CDs. Yeah, that's a fair one. Personally, I don't particularly care for the CD theme, but I do think her remix theme in Fantasy Maiden Wars is one of my favorite themes in the game. So I'm conflicted in saying that that's not Rain. What the fuck? That wasn't Hina. I got tricked. I wasn't paying attention. Wow. I can't believe this. I got fucking tricked because I wasn't paying attention. Fuck you. Zamu's theme? I think Zamu's theme is pretty cool. Hime's theme in Fantasy Maiden Wars is really good. I think that theme is phenomenal. The actual theme is good too, but it's not spectacular, but like Kaneko's theme I like more. Watch this. Okay, stop watching. Wait, keep watching. Alright, stop watching. Stop watching. Bow, wow. What? Uh-oh. Music. Okay. I don't know what this is, but Miku can get a little dangerous sometimes. Miku can get a little dangerous sometimes. I'll let it roll, but some people are less happy about their Mikus being played on streams. I haven't had too many problems with it, but you know, one problem is often enough to make you go, oh, that's annoying. Especially if it's a cover of a real song with a record label. Oh, that's the worst one. That's the worst one. On issues? I don't remember, but I have had song request issues over the time. The last one I had was because of Hina Miracle, because it was Iosis. But I can't say I remember every single fucking song on a personal level. which one is bad? I know that pretty much anything that is American music is a problem, though. Beatles are especially bad. Beatles will get you copyright strikes on, like, your Twitch account. They're a very bad idea. Alright. Anyway, I think it's a fair thought experiment. So we can try the other way around. What about a character whose theme you think is just, like, terrible? But you think is terrible, but you really like the character. You got a character like that? If I had to look at my list, my top list. That was a bad idea. Never cared for Kogasa's theme. That's impressive, because Kogasa's theme is very good. Hakane, I do not remember her theme at all. So, there you go. Sakuya's EOSD theme. Really? Luna Clock? Luna Clock is great, but I guess that's because I've heard it in so many remixes. I've really heard it at its full potential. I'm not really a Flowery Night guy, personally. Cassin's theme sucks, because Cassin's theme is barely her own theme. It's some, like, weird, generic fight theme for 14.5. It's supposed to be her theme, but it doesn't sound like a character theme. It doesn't sound like a character theme, it's bad. That Luna froze. That Luna froze. She's stuck in stasis. What happened? What happened? Why is she stuck in stasis? Holy shit, my emotes are lagging like mad. She's not moving. She's stuck. There she goes. Oh, there she goes. Alright, she's moving now. Racing theme's pretty bad. I disagree, but I'm also... Oh, there he is. I'm also a fan of IN. IN's OST is what's like my top 3. So most of the themes in IN I really like because of the piano. I think Racing's theme is great. I don't like Yuma's theme very much. I like her pre-battle theme. I like Tenshi's theme a lot. I guess Rumia's theme is on the weaker side, but it's just iconic to this point. When I hear it, it makes me, you know, it's fine. Well, I guess I'm not actually as huge a fan of Jun's theme as other characters. Her theme is fine, but I barely remember it, to be honest with you. Remember Yuko's main boss theme? Yes, I do. I don't like the Border of Life theme, though. I don't like Border of Life, but I like Bloom Nobly Ink Black Cherry Blossom. I don't like Yomu's theme. I don't think Yomu's theme is very good. I don't like her theme. Now, remember, pretty much every theme in Touhou, when it gets remixed, can be brought out to its maximum effectiveness. So I'm speaking strictly on like Zun's rendition, aka the original rendition, right? Well, this is the boat music from Johto. Oh, this makes me nostalgic. That's great. Yeah, I don't really like Yomu's theme. I'm not a fan of Miko's theme either. I think Miko's theme is not done justice by Zun, but I've heard fan mixes that have made it really, really good. The PCB extra stage song for Ron, but I like the boss theme for Ron. To be honest with you, I consider stage themes and boss themes kind of separate in the conversation of Touhou music because they're both made with different ideas in mind. One is made with the idea of fighting a boss, and the other is made with traversing a stage. And some stages are intrinsically tied to their music to have certain sound, like certain music cues indicate certain parts of the stage itself. PCB Stage 4 is a good example because you can tell like what part of the music Lily shows up, but also when you get to the end of the stage, the music hits its loop, and it's like, oh, that's cool. And there's no way to change how much time you spend in that stage either, so it's always going to be 4 minutes and like 8 seconds long, which is cool. I think that's cool. Flames of Hokai, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. The heartbeat lead in, and then when the music actually starts, the stage starts as well. So stage music is designed in a way to go with the flow of the stage design overall. But boss music is designed to be a good theme while you fight the boss, because you can't have a boss fight go the exact same amount of time every time. It's based on the player's own input, right? Or lack thereof, even. Into the hole you go, Hina. Jumpy! Whee! We should prefer stage themes to bosses. You're probably in the minority in that, but my favorite theme in Touhou in general is a stage theme, so there is that. Heartfelt Fancy is just my favorite Touhou theme in general. So, yeah, I do agree that some stage themes are very, very good. Some stage themes are have more impact than the bosses. Obviously, Nitori is a good example of that. Nitori's, Tei's as well. Tei's more synonymous with Kagome than White Flag of Usa. Alice in Wonderland. That's a good one. But I personally believe that the Grimoire of Alice is the best song in the PC98 library. So I don't think any song is better than it. That's personal opinion. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite song, but I do think that it is. I do think it is the best song. What the fuck? Cow music. Oh, Katamari Damacy. Okay, I was like, sounds familiar. Okay. Last Remote's good. Last Remote is very good, yes. Last Remote and Heartfelt Fancy are very, very good. Hartman's Yokai Girl is way better than Satori Maiden, in my opinion. But yeah, both of Koishi's themes are incredible. And I think it's pretty rare for a character's stage theme and boss theme to be like equally as good. Alice's is kind of like that, but that's because I think it's easy to forget which one is the boss theme and which one is the stage theme. I have that problem with Yugi as well. I kind of like, or I should say I would have that problem with Yugi if not for the fact that her stage theme is similar to Nitori's, where, oh. Dawa. I wonder if this is gonna work. She might overshoot it. No, it works. Okay. Like, the Gensokyo, the God's Love, the reason why that theme is so impactful is because it's basically the theme of Gensokyo itself. Whereas in Subterranean Animism, the former capital theme is the theme of the former capital. So it's less, I think it's less about the music itself being better than the boss theme, but it's more so about the stage theme itself is a more impactful area than the boss itself, if that makes sense. So, like, the Gensokyo, the God's Love, based on its name, and I guess location to an extent, mostly its name, it's synonymous with being the theme of Gensokyo, so it's a big name theme, right? And then you have Former Capital, which is the theme of the former capital, so it's the theme of pretty much the entirety of the underground as a whole, right? We have certain locations, like Heartfelt Fancy could be considered the theme of Chiriden, but I don't think it's quite as like thinkable as that, whereas the theme of I can't even fucking think. The theme of the former capital really is the theme of the underground as a whole, right? That kind of thing. Gensokyo, the Gods Loved is pretty much considered the theme of Gensokyo. It's not the theme of Touhou, that's the theme of Eastern Story, but it is, I'd say most people would consider it the theme of Gensokyo. It's a very common theme for like world map music or menu music, stuff like that, right? Kiryu-chan! Awawawa. Lost Remote. No, it's Last Remote. Last Remote. Lost Remote is when you're glopping on the couch and then you like put your hand over and the remote falls on the floor under your couch and you can't find it anymore and it disappears because the couch gnomes steal it and run away with it. That's what Lost Remote is. That's Lost Remote. Last Remote is when you only have one remote left and your TV does not have buttons on it. So if that remote dies, then you can't turn your TV on ever again. Very important distinction. Easily forgotten. Dawa, dawa. The couch gnomes. Well, I mean, have you ever seen the big comfy couch? There's like rats living in your couch and they hanging out all the time. They steal your TV remotes and they break them up and then they turn them into technology for their rat civilization. Never buy a TV that doesn't have buttons on it. Let me tell you that. Never buy anything that is fully electronic and doesn't have some form of manual input or override. Never. Don't do that. Do not give in to the future. Alright? You don't need a fucking screen on your fridge that, like, turns your fridge off if your internet connection goes down. Please. Computer. Da-ba-da. That's not a hole, I'm afraid. Yabba-dabba-doo. That's the Flintstone. That's the Flintstone. Smart fridge, can you Google me the recipe for a milkshake? I need my fridge to be able to Google me that information. Yabba dabba. Damn. I buy monitors at this point. Like the monitors that I'm currently using are probably 8 years old, but they're in great condition. They're a little finicky sometimes, but I don't move them very much, so they're in pretty good condition. But I have a 1080 and I got a 1920 monitor and then a slightly smaller scale monitor. Because I don't know why actually, but it works for my setup. It works. It's nice. One smaller monitor, one bigger monitor, and they have low latency, which is great, and they have good picture, and there's only like one dead pixel and some weird glare on the top of one of them, so not bad. Not bad, not bad. Oh boy, here we go with the chippy tune. Here we go with the chippy tune. Oh, this is What's Her Fuck's theme. The new character. Freeze core. It's not freeze core, it's just a fan. It's the sound of a industrial fan. Those things that you have in freezers, you stupid asshole. Fuck you. That wasn't quite what I intended to happen, but okay. Landscape 32-inch monitor, 42 portrait one. 42-inch. I have no idea what the scale range on mine is, but TVs can get to a point where they're so big that it's not good for latency. Gaming TVs. Freezer core. It's not freezer core. That doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't even make any sense. That'd be like putting a microphone up to my fan and being like, "Yo, fan core." Like, no, it's a fan. It's a fan. You guys are stupid. You guys are dumb. You guys don't appreciate... You just don't appreciate the sound of a freezer, and it shows. It shows. Boing. Boing. Wow. Crazy. You can't just slap core on the end of something, a sound, and call it music. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. What is this? What is this called then? What are we listening to right now? Tell me right now what we're listening to. What is this? What is this? What is this called? Streamer core. How is the streamer core? I didn't pick it. Chiptune core. Retro core. What? GBA core? No, this isn't GBA. GBA is not chiptune. No, 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 no. Whoa, shit. Why, Hina? My voice is streamer core. I'm not singing. I'm not singing. I can't do that. If I sing, you get it's a Glorp singing at you core. Chat core? No, that's when I read your messages. When I read your messages in the tone of a song, that's chat core. Which, well, actually, that's weird. I don't know how you would do that. Wow, stato. Good. Stato. Good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, she's flat. You're flat. She's dead. There it goes. Hardcore parkour. Mirror Tomb Core. That almost sounds like real. That almost sounds real. Ready? Set. Launch the Baboa. The Babui. Oh, that's really unfortunate, actually. Now I lose. I lose. If this guy has more than 1 minute of playtime, he wins. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it. Now this is a good ass stage theme. Much like former capital is the theme of former hell, this is the Hell of Blazing Fires theme. In my opinion, this is the true former hell's theme. The Hell of Blazing Fires, not Oku's theme. Because Oku's theme is the activity, but Orin's theme is the state of it, long since abandoned. Only home to the Hell Ravens and Vengeful Spirits. What a powerful song. I've said it before, but I really like the motifs of Essay's music. How it really, it has a lot of melancholy and like somber music to it, but then it has energetic music mixed in, kind of like a way to showcase the fact that the underground is a desolate place and it's pretty sad, lonely. But then it reach the people there, and the people there are actually, you know, some of the people there are actually having a great time, and then their themes reflect that. Some of them have scary themes, some of them have active themes, and some of them have dangerous themes. Oku's theme is dangerous. Orin's theme and Yugi's theme is energetic. To an extent, Yamame's theme is energetic as well. Not so much. Parsi's theme is melancholic, and same with, well, actually, I'd say Koishi's theme is more scary. Her stage theme is very melancholic. And then Satori's theme is kind of on the scary end, like Oku's. I think like Oku and Satori are the two characters that I think Zun wanted you to be the most afraid of. Not for well, Satori less for her strength, which is why her music isn't as powerful as like Koishi's or Oku's, especially Oku's. But Satori is still scary on her own, so the theme reflects that she is frightening, but even though her stature is quite, you know, not imposing. That kind of thing. She reads your mind and she inflicts terrible trauma on you, but then she's a marshmallow, so it's like, oh, okay. Marshmallow. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I like the jump from last remote to Hartman's Yokai Girl because based on the music, like I said, it's kind of sad. And then you meet Koishi and it's like, oh, here's Koishi. She's a Satori. Her eye is closed. I'm like, oh, man. Well, I see why the music is kind of sad. And then you start the fight with her and then it's like the music's scary. And it's like, oh, wait, she's actually kind of, she makes me scared. No, dude. Why you keep slandering her? Slandering who? Who did I slander? You're not talking about Satori being a marshmallow, are you? That's not a slander. Well, that's not really a compliment, I suppose, either, is it? I don't really know what that is. Well, we both suck. Congratulations, team. We did it. Together, we have lost. Satori. I like Satori. Satori is in my top 5, I think, characters. Probably. I have to double check that, I suppose. But she is at least in my top 10, for sure. She is one of my favorite characters. I like her a lot. But I do think that her general disposition is that of a frail, sickly girl to the point where when I see her, I just assume she weighs less than 5 pounds. And you could probably pick her up and then slam dunk her into a basketball net. What? No, that's exactly what I said. And that's what I mean. She just looks soft. Is that such a weird thing to say, that she looks soft? You ever see a character that looks soft before? Huh? Satori's role in CDS. Well, if you can call it that, she didn't even do anything for the first half of the book. She mostly just sat at her desk and Orin did field work. And then when she actually got off her ass and went up top, she was always like, all right, here's my plan, and then off-screen plan. Now, I do think that her plan to get stabbed in the chest was actually kind of awesome. That shows that she's actually pretty tough. She's frail, sure, but she was like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let myself get possessed, and then you're gonna stab me in the chest. And she was just fucking ready for that. It's like, that takes a lot of gusto to be like, all right, the plan is you're going to impale me. That's the best way we can do this. Maybe there was a better plan, but that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool, I think. Could you do the same? Could you be like, you know what, part of this plan is getting impaled in the chest. You won't die, but like, you're getting impaled in the chest. Would you be able to go through with a plan like that? Kind of throws the whole idea that Satori is frail on its head a little bit, because she does seem frail when she got impaled by Flandre. Which, granted, Flandre held back, sure, but like, she still got full ass impaled. She still got impaled. Alice died. Alice is dead. If it was 100% necessary and I 100% won't die, then I think I could do it, maybe, probably. But here's the thing. We can talk about hypotheticals all we want, but certain hypotheticals, you will only really know your answer once you are forced to that situation and you have to make a choice. And some people are pretty confident that they will make a certain choice in a certain situation, but the circumstances can affect your thought process heavily. People always think they're capable of something that they're not, because they're in a situation where they can calmly and rationally think about it, and it's not like a literal life or death situation, right? But if you got stabbed in the chest and patched up, it'd be like, you know, oh, I got impaled, no big deal. You know, you could walk around with it like a badge of honor, is what I'd say. But I feel like most people, when they, well, maybe not most people, but some people see like a battle wound. Battle scars and stuff in anime are seen as like, they're cool to the audience because it indicates a character has been through a lot. Scars and shit in the real world, some people just don't like looking at them, so you just become horribly disfigured to an extent, and then, well, that's that. Are you telling me that real life is not like anime at all? I'm afraid so. Yeah. Yeah. Real life is unfortunately not like anime. No, streamer. Don't say it ain't so. Watch this. Yes. Yeah. No, Hina. You had to keep going. This is just like one of my Japanese animes. What? Bye, Hina. I have a scar on my arm. Let me see if it's still there. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. It's a very light scar. I have a scar down my shoulder on my left arm because I was at my cousin's before. This was years ago, and their rail was broken, and I like bumped into the wall and slid up the wall and just sliced my arm open on the broken rail holder, and I was just like, oh, that's bloody, and it healed back, and now there's just a light scar down. It goes from my shoulder, pretty much down my entire deltoid, actually. It's pretty much down my entire deltoid, but it's very light. You can't really see it. You'd have to really look for it. I also have a scar on my foot. Well, it's weird, because it's not really a scar, but it's kind of like a mark of different texture on my foot from when I was in a field as a kid. And I was running through a field, and my foot hurt. I looked down, and I had a piece of glass wedged in my foot. So, yeah, that made me extremely against being barefoot anywhere but my own house after that. It was a pretty decent-sized shard of glass, and it just got wedged straight into the side of my foot. I was young, and my foot has like a glossy texture to it where that wound was, and that has been with me for at least 20 years of my life now. Oh, that burn I got on my arm is still there too, actually. It's faded, so it kind of looks like a birthmark, but no, there's burnt skin there. Surgery scars are one thing. Watch this. Whee! Perfect. He had the right idea, but there was too much shit in there. Scarred down the entire one of his arms after it snapped during rugby. Well, good thing I read that correctly, because you used the wrong letter. That's one of those words that is very close on the keyboard there that can cause major problems. Major problems. You might want to reread what you said. Might want to reread what you said there. You know what's funny? There's a Hitmonlee in Pokemon Stadium 2. There's a Hitmonlee in Pokemon Stadium 2. Its nickname is Hitlee. Hitlee. Because the guy's naming convention like cuts out the middle of the character's, the Pokemon's name, because they have themes on their nicknames. So he's got a Hitmonlee, and its name is Hitlee. Hitlee. And if you look at your keyboard, you'll see that E and R are really close to each other. Could you imagine? There's another one as well. I think it's one of the Rocket executives. One of the Rocket executives has like their thing is like NAL or something, and they have Meganium on their team. So their Meganium is named Meganal, but people read it as Mega Anal because we live in a society bottom text. It happens. It happens, you know. But we also currently live in a society where completely innocuous things are immediately interpreted as inertly sexual for one reason or another. So you literally can't say anything without somebody being like, was that some kind of suggestive comment? So, Are you being dirty right now when you saying those words? Like, no, I'm not. I'm just saying words. I'm just saying words, brother. Well, there's your win. There you go, there's your win. This happens all the time. It's like, not everything is a sexual innuendo. Seriously, not everything is a sexual innuendo, but some people will like hyper focus on anything you say and be like, what do you mean by that? What is he saying something? No, he's just saying words. He's just saying words. He probably didn't even think about what he said, which is why he said it. But like, damn, man, you can't even speak anymore without some goon being like, yo, that guy, he's thinking about gooning right now. He be saying words, and I'm so gooned out of my mind that I just assume that he's a goon too. Goon. Guys, you see the new Batman game? You see the new Batman Lego game, the Lego Batman game? It's like a complete Lego Batman series of all Batman. And they got Goon. It looks cool. Yeah, it actually does. It actually looks... That was a cool shot. It actually looks really cool. Like, it's just, like, so much... You know, it's gonna have that Lego humor. For sure, but like it's just like all the movies, so much Batman history, and the Lego games are pretty fun to play. I played Lego Star Wars a lot. Lego Star Wars is a fun game to play, and it's cool to see a Lego game look like, you know, look good. Well, I tried. Lego games are always a bop. I never played Lego Indiana Jones. But yeah, it is actually kind of shocking to me that like Lego games are pretty consistently fun, because you play through a level that's based on like a scene from the movie, And then there's a bunch of collectibles, and there's replay value because there's collectibles that you need to bring other characters back into to get. The collectibles are fun to get. The game's not especially hard, and you just collect a bunch of like studs as currency, and things explode into studs, and it feels very good to collect them. The formula is quite simple, and it has very PG humor, and it's something that you can just play. You know, it's fun. Brick by brick. So it's bigger than Arkham Knight. Well, it is. It's incorporating the Batman movies, right? And yeah, it's gonna play like Arkham games. We'll see. The humor is kind of hit or miss for people. Like I said, Lego humor is kind of like. It's like it takes the scene and it kind of makes them a little like quirky, you know, for lack of a better word. It makes the scene kind of quirky. And it's not like I'm not saying like it's not funny, didn't laugh or anything, but it's a certain type of humor that is present through the entire game. So after a while, you might kind of stop laughing at it, and then just kind of maybe either roll your eyes or just kind of become desensitized to the humor in general and just not bother with it. Sounds like somebody needs to take a dip in Lego City River. Total Whiplash of Lego and Arkham. Yeah, maybe, but Star Wars and Indiana Jones aren't exactly, they're not exactly, like, kids' movies, right? In fact, I'm pretty sure Arkham, they all share the same age rating of PG, don't they? Batman is an M, and Indiana Jones is an M, and Star Wars is an M. They're all PG. Star Wars has, like, tons of violence, guns, and people dying. Indiana Jones has some motherfuckers' faces melting off. And Dark Knight's just depressing to look at, really. But there's anything really like super graphic in them. Indiana Jones freaked me out as a kid. I'm gonna be real. I watched all the Indiana Jones movies up to the new one that I have no interest in, including Crystal Skull and all its confusion. But I only watched them once, and it was years ago. I have forgotten, like, literally everything that happens in the movie of detail, except for the time where Indy shoots the guy. Where Indy shoots the guy because he doesn't want a sword fight. The Kalima. The opening scene where he swaps the idol with the bag of equal weight. And, the guy whose face melts off. And after that, there's like the information I have on Indiana Jones is essentially non-existent. I don't have anything at that point. I know the first three are good movies, but yeah, I don't remember them. The first movie ends as crazy because they just open the fucking box and then everybody just fucking dies around them. And it's just like, oh, okay, well, cool. Guess that's done now. There's some scary things in movies. I've seen Star Wars only... Well, I've seen some of the movies more than once, but I've seen Star Wars a couple times. I am not a Star Wars fan, but I've seen the original... I've seen the original trilogy. I've seen the prequel trilogy, and I did see Episode 7 with some friends when it came out. I played the Lego Star Wars games. I played the one where you play as the apprentice, which I forget what that one's called. I think it's The Force Unleashed. I played that one. So I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I've engaged in Star Wars content and enjoyed it. And there are bits and pieces of main stuff that I know. Oh, I didn't even know you could die out there. There's some main stuff that I know out there, but I'm not into the extended universe, and thankfully everything that Disney is doing does not negatively... Holy shit, this guy's insane. This guy's name is Pooh something. Pureyo 2? Player 2! Player 2! He's playing as Shizuha, and his name is Player 2. But he's not written in katakana, he's written in hiragana. It's Pureiya 2. I read that. I actually read that. I'm pretty proud of that. Good stuff. SSH Ultimate Destroyer. I don't know what SSH is at all, but that is clearly Rumia on that cover. Deja vu. Alright. No. Okay. Whatever this 3 game. Well, I heard Coder is a really good game. Knights of the Old Republic. Don't know much about it, though. I don't know much about that one. I can read this guy's name, too. Isn't that crazy? I can read this guy's name. Haniwa Susume Go each knee. Wow. I can read all of your names. But if I do, my head will hurt. You know, it's like that Akira gif where the guy is like holding his head, freaking out. That's me when I'm learning Japanese. It's pretty bad, actually. I suffer from headaches more often nowadays, and I don't know why. It's kind of bad. And I'm worried that I'm going to form some kind of reliance and tolerance to ibuprofen. That it won't be effective, or I'll have headaches because I'm not taking it. That scares me. But if I'm trying to fall asleep and I can't fall asleep, I get a fucking headache. And then I really can't fall asleep if I get a headache. It's really bad. Doofus. SSH Saitama Sai Shuheiki. Yeah, but what is that? Because, is it Toho related? Because I see Toho on the cover. Or they just pick a cool image that just happened to be Toho. Oh, it's a Dojin circle? Oh. Oh. Bye, Hina. Owari da. Kanji, kanji. Ro kanji, kanji, kanji. De. Deki? What? No, that's die. That's die. That's a kanji. That's a kanji. So ne. No, that's so. That's so. Sonu. That's the kanji for like. Sukini. I forgot what that one is. Something kanji. Nai. Kedo. Naikedo. Okay. Where? Right, I have to use some mouse for this. Whatever. Sai Shuheiki is a game music Dojin fan arranger turned professional. Specializing in synth rock metal genre, it was a unit consisting of 2 brothers living in Saitama. In actuality, the younger brother who composes the music. Oh. Turned professional, huh? This music kind of sounds like you'd hear it in a tactic RPG. You know? This kind of sounds like the music you'd hear in a tactics RPG. Like, ooh, this character's theme is playing. This guy's radical. Toku. Toku. Kabaru. Imasu ka? Hajime Michu. Nice to Mashita. Oh god, can you make it worse? Can you make it any worse? Hajime meet you. I'd like to live peacefully with a big dog at the base of a mountain somewhere. Dude has a good plan in life. Dude has a good plan in life right there. I'll tell you that much. The dream is to retire away from society. That's the dream, alright. That's everybody's dream. Oh, how we long to escape the world around us. What am I listening to? I can't hear it. Oh. Gomen Masari. No, I like Simi Masari more. Don't those places have bad internet connections? Oh, well, maybe. But maybe you run a fiber up, or you just not have internet. I don't know. You tell me. Man's dream to live out of the news sphere, off the grid, in a cabin in the woods. Aw, the dream, baby. The dream. I hate the city. I hate the city. I don't like the city. I don't want to be in the city. Never. I'm not a city guy. Cities are active for like the 24 hours a day, and it frightens me. It frightens me, dude. When nighttime falls, nighttime means quiet. Quiet time. Fucking 1 a.m. and it's hustling and bustling. Ugh. Ugh. Internet is a basic human right. Well, that sucks. It's called Nightfall and it's epic. Well, you deserve nothing. I like the night, but the night doesn't like me. I don't like the day, but I have to like the day. I don't want to be in a city. I don't want to be a city boy. I don't want to be a city boy. I don't want to be a city boy. Good thing I'm not. I live in the Hicksville. I live in Hicksville. It's comfortable out here with my 197 ping. Play 2. Pure 2. So you can also use hiragana for the same. You can use hiragana for in place of katakana as well, because katakana is basically just the same vocabulary of syllables or of sounds, but different symbols to indicate that it's not a naturally Japanese word. But you can still just spell it out with hiragana anyway, which in my opinion sounds way more convenient than creating a whole second alphabet for it. But what do I know? Learn 2 alphabets to communicate the same words. What's that guy's name? I only see the Ruid at the end of his name. I don't recognize any character except Ru. The third one looks like kind of like no, I don't think I've seen that. No, isn't that kana hiragana hiragana? I don't know what that is. It does say Kino. Uru. Kino Wiru. The ultra. So that's the character for we. Kino Wiru. Kino Wiru. That's the character in Tei's name. Oh, but it's pronounced But it's pronounced A, isn't it? Kinoeru? Kinoeru. Bang. Should be E. Yeah, I know. It's pronounced E, not Ui. I know, but I didn't know the kanji was that. Kinoiru. Kinoiru. What does that mean? Yo, this is KK Slider. Oh, no, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. I know it's chillin', dude, but I can't do that. Can't do that, sorry. That is still the beat to the song. That's still the beat to the song. I can read it, but I don't know what it means together. It's like when you put the alphabet together, but I don't know what it means, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You can spell a word and know the individual letters, but you don't know what the word itself means, right? That's the problem. I forgot you were in the game. Wait, why do you look like... She looks... Wait, is that Remy or Hisami? Because she looks pretty slimmed down. She doesn't look like Hisami. Her assets are slimmed down for the costume. By quite a lot, actually. Oh, that's Hisami, alright, yeah. That ga? No. It's body? Baniri something? Baniri? Baniri. Doof. Doofenshmirdy. Okay, well, that didn't go as planned. Oh, Hina's now looking at herself in the mirror. Well, this is gonna be fun. Ba-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun. Alright, this is gonna be the winning move. Bang. Tip the... What? Whatever. Tip the pot next time, Hina. Tip the pot. Come on. Well. The horny posters are gonna win with the snake lady. Because that's how fan art tends to spread. Either you are iconic, either you fulfill a certain niche for memes, or you're attractive. Look at Tsukasa. Tsukasa is a definite example of this phenomenon. Wow? What do you mean wow? It's true. You know it's true. Popular characters nowadays aren't the ones who are the most interesting. They're the ones that Zun makes with enough detail that people assume they're hot. And that's how they gain popularity. I mean, what happened on screen? I don't know, actually. I wasn't paying attention. Tsukasa's like a super exception. Not really. I don't deny that Tsukasa is an interesting character or anything like that, but I am saying that she is the most popular character out of 15, and a big part of it is because people have an attraction to it. Not the unethical conversation we're talking about. What's unethical about the truth? What's unethical about the truth? Nanako is popular because she is an Egyptian and people are putting her in memes and stuff. That gave her popularity. And this snake girl, whose name escapes me, is gonna gain more popularity over the other ones because she's more conventionally attractive, which is gonna cause more people to draw her because you can slap her on an attractive body. Name is Asama. See, I don't remember her name because I only saw her once. It takes a couple views before I remember their names. I don't remember any of their names, to be honest with you. I remember Shimi, Hoju Shimi, and like, I forgot her name again. The Egyptian that I just said. Yeah, Nareko. I don't remember her full name. It takes time to remember characters' names. You just gotta, you see it enough times. 19, I saw them a lot because I played the entire game and I played through all individual character stories. So that's all. It's just, it just takes time to memorize it. I mean, think about how many Toho characters exist. Think about how many Toho characters exist and how you had to learn each one's name individually, right? Eventually, some characters have easy to remember names because they don't have surnames. Some characters are easy to remember because their names are in English. But then the fully Japanese characters' names get confusing at times until you get exposed to them enough times, you just kind of remember them. And that's why I know like every Toho character name, because I just so much exposure to them, I now just remember all of them. Even if I don't really know what the characters, how the characters were pronounced to spell them, mind you, but I know their names. Do you know Kaina's last name? You know Kaina's last name? Kaina's last name was not even the one that took me the longest to remember. Okay, do you know Chieri's last name? Do you know Chieri's last name? The only person who knows is the person who plays Toho 3. Look how many more people answered Kami Shirasawa and couldn't answer Kita Shirakawa. Isn't that funny? What's Kane's name? Oh, I know that one streamer. What's Shieri's name? Glorop. Yep. Classic. Classic moment right there, boys. Yep. That's how it be. Nobody remembers the PC98 character, one of like 4 in the entirety of PC98 to even have a last name. Didn't know they'd be on the test. Well, if I give you a test about Toho characters, are you gonna cry foul when I put a PC98 character on there? Oh, somehow I knew that was gonna be there, but I wasn't paying attention. Monkey beat. PC98 is irrelevant except a few streamer. Well, there's no except a few, because if they're relevant from PC98, they're in Windows. So, PC98 is never relevant to anything in Windows, but PC98 is still Toho. It's really weird to be like PC98 is not Toho. Then what exactly is it? What exactly is PC98 if it's not Toho, right? Fake Toho? It was made by the same guy. It was made by the same guy. Another universe. But that doesn't make any sense. Because Yuka and Alice exist. Right? That doesn't work. And also Reimu and Marissa exist. Whoa. Got retconned. Who got retconned? Who got retconned? Yuka was a guest character, actually. She was a guest character in Seiho too. This fucking monkey beat, dude. Yeah, that sounds about right. PC only 90 only characters' last names don't show up in Tohomon, so it's impossible to know. You know, honestly, that might be the leading reason why anybody even knows their last names, just because of Tohomon forcing you to interact with them. But there's only a few characters who have last names. There's Rikako Sakura. That's one. 2 Kinas. Rikako Sakura is one. Kana Anabaro is another. That's 2. Chieri Kita Shirakawa. That's 3. And Yumemi Okazaki. That's 4. And I don't think any other character has a last name. I think it's just those 4 from Toho 3. Because the other characters are Ellen, Mima, Marissa, Reimu. And I think that's it. And Kotohime. Kotohime. Technically Ellen is the last name. Yeah, because she's based on a different character, but the omake refers to her as Ellen, and the dream text omake refers to her as Fluffy Ellen. But in game, she's called Ellen on the character select screen, and she introduces herself as Ellen and Fluffy Ellen. Ua Pua. Kazuki and Sakura are common surnames in Japan. Yeah, but Rikako's not from Japan. Yumemi and Chiuri are from Japan, but Rikako is a Gensokyo native. Why does she just randomly have a last name? Right? Well, I mean, I guess they're all from Japan because it's Gensokyo, so maybe that's a stupid thing to say. But she's a random character to just have a last name. And then Kana also has a last name. Her name is Fua Ellen Arceus. What? Why is her name Arceus? Oh! Oh! What a hit. Arceus! Oh! She's gone. Oh! I want to read your name, but I can't. I can't read your name because it's katakana and then there's kanji at the end. Te. Is that the character for te at the start? Tekabu something? Tekabu? First says chapa. That's cha? Chapa. Chi ya is pa. What? Oh, I don't know katakana. I don't know his name. I don't know his name. Imi wa karima iri wa karimasu. Wow, Jesus! Forgot about this costume. Katakana is thrown in so infrequently. It's so infrequent. I don't know like any of it. Alright. Oh. Hayajin. What did he say? What's he saying? I can't read that. That's kana. I can't read it. Chappa. Oh, right. That's literally what it just said. I don't know enough kana. I don't even have all the hiragana yet. Kana, that's the thing I just saw. Yeah. But I don't know the rules. I don't know the rules of katakana, you know? I know that certain characters with a small character next to it make a different sound, but I don't remember what those characters are in kana. I've been using hiragana for like 12-ish hours. And katakana shows up every with you know, it shows up for like 5 seconds and then it's gone. I could say teburu. Imi wa pinga. Pinga. I wish to be able to read more Japanese. Because if I read more Japanese, then people will be like, streamer, what does this say? And I'll be like, let me tell you what that says. And you'll be like, wow, streamer, that's so awesome. I should gift subs for your help. And I'll be like, you need not do that. But if you insist, I won't stop you. Yes. See, that's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate goal. This guy messed up. You read the katakana and go, that's what English said. Well, I know the rules of katakana, like they're borrowed words, and katakana is used to spell out borrowed words, but and most borrowed words are English. So you like when you know what the word is, it's it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly, but I get the rule of it. I just haven't studied any of it yet. I only know like basu, teburu, kohi. There he is again. Like very simple words, but most of the lesson I have been doing so far has been hiragana with kanji being mixed in. Katakana is like extremely rare, and I just don't really know it right now. Ramen isn't English. Well, you don't... Do you spell ramen with katakana? But the thing is, like I said, most borrowed words are English, but not all of them are. I didn't know that pan was a borrowed word. I thought pan was Japanese for bread. And I mean it is, but pan is a borrowed word from Portuguese. So I didn't know that. So when I saw that bread was spelled with katakana, I was like, what? Crazy. But for the most part, a lot of borrowed words for English, because, you know. There you go. What the hell am I listening to? Capella, magical shower. I don't know what that is, but okay. Ramen comes from Chinese. Wait, so ramen is spelled with katakana because it originates from China? Really? Because I kind of just assumed that the majority of Japanese originated from China to begin with, right? Lamian? The fuck is lamian? Normally Chinese words become kanji and stuff. Yeah, right? Because kanji... Because literally the kanji for kanji is Chinese character, right? Those are the characters that make up the kanji for kanji, right? Oh, I can't see. Well. Ramian men. What? Seen Kinnikuman. Yeah, I have. But I don't know what that means. Cause there is Ramen Man, but his name is Ramen Man. But like, I don't see how I don't really get what you mean. They call him Ramen Man. They don't call him Lari, whatever the fuck you're writing there. He turned Brocken Man into noodles and then ate him. Did you know that? He literally broke Brocken Man's spine and turned him into noodles, cooked him up, and ate him. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. And later on, Brocken Jr., who looks exactly like Brocken Man, becomes one of the Chojin. In Korean, it's ramyeon. What? That doesn't help me. Ramyeon, but ramen is what he's saying. So are you saying that ramen in Chinese is ramyeon? Like the snake? Like lamia? Lamian? Is it because the noodles are like snakes? But why would they call it lamian? Ramen is another men or ramen. What the fuck? Oh, I'm playing in the test room, boys. This is the practice room. This is so bright. La do 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 do. La do 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 do. La do 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 do. Oh my god. La. You know, I do think it's funny that as soon as I started learning Japanese, like numerous people just decided to be like, hey, by the way, I know all of this Japanese. Like, I didn't know you knew any of this Japanese. Why don't you ever fucking help me when I ask for help with Japanese? Huh? I say, what does this mean? And everybody just glorappered. And then it's like, oh, what? And then I'm trying to actually learn it. And I'm like, what does this mean? And you're like, streamer, this is what this means. And it's like, why didn't you help me when I needed it? Huh? If you're all so fucking smart and talented and not bald, why don't you fucking help a brother out, huh? You can see I don't have any goddamn hair. You could at least try to help me. Stupid bastards. Plotting my downfall. Ow! That hurt. Banana, banana. Pinch myself. Took Japanese class. Did you take a Japanese class in school? I'm genuinely curious about that because one of the most common stereotypes for Japanese classes in secondary is that most of the people who are in that class are the exact stereotypes that you try to avoid. Is that true? Did you have that happen? Can you be a window into this world of ours? Is it true that some of the people you see in the beginning of Japanese class? Ironically, it is definitely not that exact stereotype. Is it not? But why would anyone want to learn Japanese otherwise, right? Or maybe it's just people are more highly functional nowadays. The gender imbalance is 80% women in my experience. Yeah, but because women are fucking weebs. Women are weebs, dude. Women are scary because, like, they can be worse than us, but, like, they get a pass to do that. So, but they're scary. They can do whatever. They can do the same shit that we do that would get us, like, socially ostracized, but they can get away with it. That's why women are scary. Bro, everyone is. What? Everyone's a woman? Hmm? What do you mean by that, brother? You got what? 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 Like Genshin folk in university. Well, it's not really surprising, but this guy. What do you mean this guy? Huh? Thought it was a woman, buddy. Huh? According to your grand unified theory here. It's true though. It is true. What I said is true. Women can get away with a little more in terms of their hobbies than men can. Men get told to grow up and grow out of their hobbies. Women can do what they want more often than guys can. Grow up. Get a life. Huh. Everyone's a weeb, bro. That's not true. Well, I guess it depends. Like, okay, so the term weeb is originally, like... The term weeb is used as just to be like, you know, like it's a shitter word, right? It's a shitter word. But it really doesn't mean much. But back then, weeb was like... When you called somebody a weeb, you meant, like, it was, like, derogatory, you know? Like, it was derogatory. If you called somebody a weeb, it was, like, they were really, really, really into Japanese culture to a point where it leaked out into their modern life via their memorabilia or even, like, how they tried to interact. And the weebs wouldn't actually know Japanese, but they know phrases and they would use them randomly. But now weeb is just something that we say casually, you know? It's just something we say casually as like a poke fun. Like, haha, you like anime, you fucking weeb. But back then it was like, you call somebody a weeb, it was like, oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. Back when animes were deemed cringe by society. Yeah, isn't that something, right? Isn't that something? Complicated now, we have Genshin players everywhere. Well, yeah, video games and geek culture and anime and stuff is all kind of mainstream at this point, so it's kind of mainstream at this point. Tis what it is. Genshin's super mainstream, dude. A lot of people know Genshin. But yeah, when I was younger, stuff like that was a lot less, it's a lot less tolerated by people, but now it's just kind of like, just kind of a thing. Just kind of a thing, right? And like I said, Star Wars geek culture as well. It's kind of like that. Probably Big Bang Theory's fault, if I'm being honest. But geek culture as well, because back in the early days, you know, geeks were always portrayed as, you know, health problems, glasses, acne, high-rise pants, nerd speak, and they always, you know, they were always into stuff like D&D, sci-fi, fantasy, fiction. Star Wars and Star Trek were common ones for it, right? But this was back in an era where it was like that, you know, when you were a nerd like that, you got the wedgie treatment, right? But now in modern day, it's just everybody's a nerd because everybody's seen Star Wars, so everybody's a nerd. But the actual people who still like pursue the more nerdy hobbies still kind of get a bad rap, but there's like entry level stuff that is commonly accepted by many people now, but that you can still delve into further degeneracy. Shonen power scaling and schizo posting. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What did he mean by this? This is like saying based in ungpilled. Like, what does that mean, bro? What does ungpilled mean? Nice shot. Hina's a little stuck. Hina! I cannot believe what happened. Streamer would know. Know what? I don't remember what I was talking about. I literally do not remember what I just said. What did I just say? What was I just talking about? I pressed the button, and with the shot went all memory of the conversation we just had. Remember the total power scaling vid? Oh yeah, what about it? Imagine having people like actively involved in that type of community. Oh, I've never really thought of that before, but I've never thought of somebody who is actively like an active power scaler. Because I don't know how that kind of conversation would even go down. Like, how do you converse with a power scaler? The Versus Wiki is funny. The Versus Wiki is definitely funny. Goku v Superman. Who could win? Oh. Hey, we had a good time with the Versus Wiki, you know? We read some characters. We got out of there before it became too stale. And it was a good time. You know? It was a good time. It's also a pretty good VOD in terms of viewership, too. It's funny because if, like, people watch what they want to watch. And obviously, I'm better known for Toho-related stuff, so more people watch Toho-related stuff. Because I'm your main source of that. But, like, you'll see the stuff I upload, and you'll see the viewer retention is super low. Especially right now, because it's like I'm playing Wago... Ooh, I'm playing, like, Wagotabi, right? Who cares? Playing Simpsons, that's not Toho. And then right in the sandwich between all that is Toho 20, and it's like, bang. There's my core audience right there. Watching the Toho 20 playthrough that I did. And then after that, it's like back to business as usual. But I don't play what I play based on views. I just play what I will play. Besides, Wagotabi is barely a game that's interesting to watch. That shit's me in a classroom. Oh, this song is kind of crazy. Ooh, 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 This isn't even Chen. You fool. This is the original with the spinning cat. Ooh, 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 Dude, going from like art lesson to Japanese lesson to like art lesson is actually pretty fucking hard. If I do my art lesson before the stream, and then I don't really want to do any art after the stream. If I don't do my art lesson before the stream, I know I have to do it after the stream, and it's a pain in the ass. It's a lot of learning. It's a lot of learning, but I'm making use of my time. I'm making use of my time well enough. It's not a very fast progress, and it would be faster if I was focused on one thing over the other. But, you know, we're working on it. Ooh, 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 No, I don't want to divvy it up like day like that, because I'd rather just do I'd rather do the Japanese lessons, i.e. Wagotabi, the way I'm doing it right now, because there are more things that I can naturally do that will increase my understanding of Japanese that won't actually be like learning Japanese, if that makes sense. So once I get through Wagotabi, and then I can just kind of like, you know, I'll be able to pay more attention to Japanese in general, and I can learn as I go like that. It'll be easier to focus more on art in that regard, because Japanese will be less about me learning it and more about me just like using my free time and inserting Japanese into it to learn as I go like that. And that's great. And then I have more free time for art properly. I don't want to just stop doing one or the other because that's when things get bad. And honestly, at the speed I'm going right now, it's kind of okay for it to go slow. So I want you to take note of this. So I did the 250 box challenge in about 2 weeks, right? I did 10 boxes a day. Sometimes I did 5. There were a couple days I did none. Some days I did 5. Some days I did 15. One day I did 20. But most of the time I did 10 boxes a day. And as a result, I got it done in close to 3 weeks time. So it took some time. And so when I watched the next video, right? I recognize this song. When I watched the next video, the next lesson after the 250 box challenge, I went down to the comments and one motherfucker said that they were on the 250 box challenge for 7 months. 7 months. That's very sparing. But he did it. That's the part that's impressive. It may have taken him 7 months, but he did do it. But yeah, that shit can take, depending on how you break it up and how you structure it, that shit can take a long time. I did it in about 3 weeks time, and some people did it in months. 7 fucking months. But they did it, and that's the important part. They probably did like 1 a day. 1 box a day. That's all you can afford to do, go for it. 1, 2, I don't know the exact math for it, but they definitely didn't do very many. But they did it, right? But they did that for 7 months. And obviously, I don't want to spend 7 months on boxes, so I'm going to speed up the process a little bit. There's a goal that I have. I want to draw things that are good, and I want to improve my art fundamentals, so I can then draw things that are good. But I also want to learn Japanese, so I want to do that. And right now, anything more is overcomplicating. Also, I exercise. I do a workout 4 times a day, or 4 times a week. 4 times a week, and I was supposed to do my 4th one today, and I didn't, because I'm an asshole. Which means, I'll do it on Sunday, and I will count Sunday as part of the same week, because I'm an asshole. Oh my god. So, learning takes time, and learning is hard, and there's multiple things I want to learn. I don't really want to sacrifice one thing over the other. Oh, that didn't really work, did it? Well, alright. But art is the one that's going to take the most time. Mostly because, again, the way I'm structuring my art is... Like, I want to do a lesson... before I stream. And then I want to do some more stuff after the stream. One thing I want to do... So, I want to move through the Drawlabok stuff at a good pace, because... Something I want to do as well, a little thing I want to do myself, is I'd like to learn the ins and outs of creating 3D form. And like making, you know, just the stuff that is the stuff that is used to construct things. I want to have a better understanding of that. And something I want to do in the future is to do that, but not so much for regular animals, but do it for Pokemon. Go through the Pokemon and use the knowledge that I'm learning from Drawlabox for constructing 3D forms and whatnot, and apply it to making Pokemon. So I can both practice the skill of construction and also practice something that I actually do want to draw, right? So that's cool. Because right now I kind of just doodle in a notebook. The issue that I have right now is that I want to... Like, I just doodle in the notebook before bed because that's what I told I should do. But something that kind of annoys me sometimes is I feel like I want to try and do something a little more involved in the notebook. But then I don't feel like it because I did so much, like, studying already, you know? It's like, I feel like if I try to turn that into really a study type of thing, it's not going to be good. But then I don't really draw anything of note or interest or anything like that, you know? Sometimes I redraw things that I remember vaguely from lessons just as a kind of small refresher, but ultimately I'm not trying to draw anything grand in the notebook because that kind of, you know, that feels like work again, if that makes sense. I don't want it to be work. The drawing in the notebook is supposed to be it's supposed to be just drawing for the sake of drawing, to remember why you're drawing. You know, just draw. Not every drawing has to be an end, a means to an end of a perfect image, which is something that I have I've struggled with for a long time. Is that I feel like every time I draw something, it has to come out perfectly as I intend, and it has to be, you know, it just has to be perfect, and it can't just be random. It has to be thought out. It has to be thought out. But just scribbling in the notebook just lets me do whatever the fuck I want. But I feel like I want to do more in it, and I don't know how to do more, or I feel like I don't want to put in the extra effort to try and do more, because it's more effort, and then it's like, am I doing the right thing? Oh, okay. Oh, I have a dentist appointment on Monday. I forgot. Okay. I didn't do draw a box. I just want to draw full pieces by default. Practice is not fun enough for me. But the practice from draw a box it's not necessarily practice as it is exercises to teach concepts of art. And then it teaches you the concepts, and then you use those concepts in your own work. So that's what you're learning through draw a box. It is tedious, it is hard, and it is boring, but like the way I see it, if I don't learn how to do this properly, I'm not going to be able to produce art that I am happy with. I'm just not. Now maybe that's different for some people. Some people have stylized art that doesn't, you know, it's based in understanding, but it still does what it wants. Stylized art can make a lot of shortcuts and not have to worry about too much of the rules. But in my opinion, I want my art to look a specific way, and the kind of way I think I want it to look will require me to have a pretty good understanding of fundamentals as a whole. Which is frustrating because I am detail orientated, but also a lazy fuck. So it's kind of hard. What I want versus my ability to get it is frustrating in its gap. It's frustrating in its gap. Well, for me, I've been drawing for 2 years. And when I look at the progress I've made, I'm just simply not happy with it. I simply feel like that the progress I've made in 2 years is not enough, and there's something that I'm missing, and so that's why I'm doing draw a box, and I'm approaching it as a beginner. Because I'm not saying everything I learned has been a waste of time, because it hasn't, but I am saying that what it is I want and what it is I know are not lining up. So I need to change what I know and improve what I know and figure out how to start applying it like that. That's the thing. Not all perfectionist piece. Well, the draw box isn't perfectionism at all. You know the reason why they tell you to use a pen is because your ass has to commit. The entirety of draw a box teaches you that you have to live with your mistakes. You know, you can't, like, it makes you have to live with your mistakes. If you make a bad mark, oh, that's it. You know, you got a bad mark, that's it. You can't undo, you can't erase, none of that. Just, once you put the mark on there, the mark's on there, get over it. I think it goes a long way to getting rid of the perfectionist attitude that a lot of people have early on, because, like, you literally just fuck it up. You're gonna fuck it up anyway, and it's like, well, shit, can't do anything about that. And you just learn to have to accept that. So yeah, I have not used my tablet in a while, but I draw with ballpoint pen and a fine liner. And a fine liner, you can't do much once a mark's on the paper. That's there. that mark is there. I don't know what this is. I thought it was Doom for a second. Fly, Hina! Wow. Insane. It ain't for everyone. I thought it was gonna go into the Doom theme. That's Thunder Force. Oh. Thunder. Thunder! Ow. Everything just got huge. Huh. I see. Naruhodo. All my life. I do my pushy uppies. I do my city uppies. I do my squatties. I do my plankies. I be doing. Gotta give myself them uppies. Maybe I should get on the bike. No, I want to finish my texture stuff tonight, so I can move on tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. Texture stuff is gonna suck. But the texture stuff is gonna suck, and I know it's not gonna look very good, but that doesn't matter. Just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. I didn't think that would work. Well, if your knees hurt, do some forearm exercises. Do some forearm and shoulder exercises. You can do some overhead press. You're not bending your knees for that. You can do some shrugs. You're not bending your knees for that. You can do some forearm stuff, you know. Just grab some weights, twist your wrists. Keep your upper body in good shape. Because once you go back when your leg's better, you're gonna notice that the rest of your body is slowed down, and that can be kind of upsetting and make you want to quit. It can make you want to quit. Sometimes it feels like you're not making progress, and then you end up doing something which does set you back, and then you feel like you've gone backwards, and it makes you feel like it makes you feel like quitting, because it makes you feel like you failed. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Just remember why you're doing it, I guess. Sometimes you gotta dig deep. Remember why it is you're doing what you're doing. This guy's got 89 wins. 89 wins. 8990. Hoorah! Hoorah! Cha-cha! Bang! Well, I've been hard countered again. Nani sore? Yes. Okay. I recommend you do this. When you wake up in the morning, do 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, and then do a 30-second plank. Because that way you can hit your core, you can hit your upper body, and you can hit your lower body. And then you can finish with hitting your core again. Do that. It's 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 30-second plank. Do that. You can hit your entire body and stretch out your entire body. Then you want to do that at night. Not right before bed, but do it at night. Do it at night. I do 15, but I also do Superman back extensions, which are the easiest lower back exercise you can do without weights. You literally you lie on your stomach and you stretch your arms and your legs outward. And let me tell you, it sounds easy, but when you do it, it makes your back hate you. And leg extensions, I don't expect people to be able to just do that, because that requires you to lie on your back and bring your entire lower body straight up. So you basically turn into a right angle kind of deal. You kind of turn into a right angle, and that's a leg extension. And I can do that. I can do that, but I don't think you need good control of your core to lift your entire lower body while on your back. It's quite hard. So I wouldn't recommend doing that if you can. But yeah, push-ups, squats, and sit-ups. If you have trouble with sit-ups, you can do what I do. I put my feet up on the wall. Put my, the soles of my feet on the wall and have my knees out, and then I just use my knees as a point of, like, where I touch my elbows. Because that way, I don't have to worry about moving my lower body, I only have to move my upper body to the intended point. But when you're doing normal sit-ups on the ground, you need to be conscious of, your lower body staying on the ground, or if you're doing crunches, you can crunch your whole body by bringing your legs up to meet your elbows. But if you just lock your lower body into a certain place via putting your feet to the wall, I find it's a lot easier to kind of focus on the upper body movement. And you can get better bend, and eventually you'll be able to bend your upper body pretty well. And then maybe you can do some actual sit-ups and crunches. I can do them, but I like doing the wall one anyway, because the wall one is just, it's more convenient and easier to do. Planks suck. Planks suck, but I do a 45-second one. You just sit there. You sit there and you flex your core. And you hold on. And that's about it. Look at that belly. Look at that belly, boys. Ba-ba booey. Ba-ba belly. Alright, chat. It's getting late. Coming up on the 2-hour mark, so let's do a couple more. We'll do 5 more. 5 more Hina. We played some Rinnosuke, but I don't actually know what he did, because I think he used the sword move, which is like a Yomu sword move. I don't really know what he did. She has fallen and she can't get up. 5 more games for the streamer. Huh. Alright. Wow. That worked, huh? Bark, bark. Okay. 4 more games. 4 more. Exercise is hard because you do it and you feel like so exhausted and it feels impossible to do. And then you're like, why did I bother doing that? It's easy to forget the health benefits of exercising. That's for sure. But, you know, it's good for your body. That car's not good for gas, though. It's good for your body. I'm 28 years old, and I'm feeling fine, you know? I can do it. His ability lets him place a mark that is on his turn, can do various stuff you decide, like remove a small object, rotate its velocity, add vertical velocity, stuff like that. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. I don't know what that means. He doesn't seem very good, though. It doesn't seem like it's that great. It's something you can do. It is something you can do. When I'm done the stream, I get the thumbnails made up, and then if I need to make food, I make food. But I do my exercise. I do my exercise when I wake up. Well, not sorry. I do my physical. I guess I don't know what to call it, because my exercise is something I do 4 times a week. But like I do my little like sit up, push up, and whatnot. I do that every day. And I do it every morning, and then when I get up, and I do it almost every night after the stream. Sometimes I legitimately forget, or I end the stream super late. I try not to do it right before bed, but I have more energy to do it at night, that's for sure. It's harder in the morning than it is at night. So that's a thing. I'm gonna send her flying. But it's good for just kind of assessing physical fitness, because you know, if you can do a stretch of sit-ups, push-ups, and squats, and a plank, it means that the important parts of your body, the big parts of your body that are going to be required for a lot of different exercises, are in enough shape to be able to handle them. You're still going to get tired, but Some exercises will make you acutely aware how out of shape you are when you try to use certain muscle groups that you're not using very much. Which, considering the fact that squats and push-ups hit like the entirety of your body at that point, you should definitely want to be able to do those, because those are some core muscles you're going to be using for other things. Of course, some people don't even like doing legs. Some people don't even like doing legs at all. To them, leg day is a suggestion. Never let leg day be a suggestion. Look at Saki. You think Saki skips leg day? Last one, by the way. Saki doesn't skip leg day. Look how nice her legs are. Do you think you can have legs like Saki if you don't do your squats? Huh? Alright, well that was a match. Let's do one more, because that wasn't fair. That wasn't fair. This guy's getting farmed for points right now. I skipped leg day for nearly a year. Oh my god, brother. Say it ain't so. Are you a house on stilts? Did people call you chicken legs? Come on, man. You know you can't skip leg day. You can't. Not entirely a year. I've seen people in the gym who definitely skip leg day. House on stilts is an interesting comparison, but it's not too far from the truth. They have big upper bodies and their legs are thinner than mine. It's like, how do you support that weight? It gets to that point where they can't even do a squat anymore. Alright, well, we've determined that 2 of those Hinas are false. Bye. Well, we know which Hina is real now. Well, isn't that silly? But, and we end on a victory. My streamer, a winner. Say it is so. It is so. Legendary box. Hina, go. Dangerous girl. Hakure 6. God damn it. Grown Marissa. I have this already. I have Grown Marissa as well. Okay. Are you happy just to nothing new in the shop. Can I exchange 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got Cafe Cutie Yomu. Cafe Cutie Yomu. Hold on, I have to go to Rinnosuke. He doesn't have a costume. This. Choose this. Choose no. Choose outfit. Change skin. Level 0. Default. Default! I can't get his art. How do I see his art? How do I like view the art of it, chat? How do I view the art of it? Can I do that? He doesn't have a costume in the shop. Well, I guess not. Where are you? Character number 2. Does he have any? He doesn't. That's the problem. He doesn't have any costumes in the shop or anything like that. But I can't look at the costume in the shop. And I can't look at it from the character select either. Alright, well there we go. Hina! Hashitase. Hashida. Hashida. Huh. Hadamari Obliv. Alright, chat, well there you go. We played Hina. We enjoyed Hina. I think. I did anyway. I enjoyed Hina. Good stuff. Until next time, Hina, I'm glad you're still getting support from the developer. Say goodbye. Will I become level 100 June? Maybe. Doubtful. Impossible.